Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, white side of the moon, 44.25 millimeters in white ceramic. You can see and you can purchase this watch on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete price details for this extraordinary Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch white side of the moon. Now, the original dark side of the moon was a sensation when it debuted at Basel World 2013. A year later, it was followed up by the gray side of the moon, and in 2015, this, undoubtedly the rarest and most unique of the Moon series, bowed. And I have to say, the watch is striking in ways that simply defy description. You must see it in person. First and foremost, the watch makes me look like I have a robust tan, and I have to tell you, in person, I look like I'm from North Dakota. This watch is blisteringly white, sensational in a combination of matte and polished case finish. It even has a white ceramic dial. But first, the basic dimensions, 44.25 millimeters across the round of the case. That doesn't include the chronograph pushers and crown, incidentally both ceramic. The watch is thick. The timepiece measures from top to bottom 16.5 millimeters, but you can see the outcropping of the tachymetric scale bezel such that it will cause a tight sleeve or dress cuff to get hung up. But if you think this watch is designed to be worn under a sleeve, you're clearly not the target customer. From lug to lug, the watch measures a relatively tidy 49.7 millimeters, which is why on my 16 centimeter wrist I can wear it quite easily, and I believe a wrist as small as 15 centimeters is going to wear this watch comfortably. Now here's the thing about ceramic, it weighs a lot less than steel. In the hand, the feeling is more akin to that of aluminum or titanium than a ferrous metal. You can also see that the watch features a substantial white alligator leather strap, robustly bolstered with a curved spring bar that traces the arc of the case. There's very little daylight showing between case and strap. The look is integrated and handsome. Now, Omega gives you a very substantial strap with a monotone stitch and folded edges, and it gives you a twin-trigger deployant clasp that is a combination of titanium with a minder system to tuck excess length underneath the clasp body, and zirconium oxide on the outside, or white ceramic. Now you can see the Omega marquee on the buckle is the same color and the same stroke weight as the calibrations of the tachymetric scale and the marquee on the crown, and that's because in each case what you're looking at is deposited chromium to create that contrast with the white ceramic. Now the case is beautifully made in ways that, again, have to be seen in person, but Omega went to the lengths of differentially finishing the case. The case band is all in satin. The bevels of the lugs as well as the beveled case band are polished. This is an incredibly subtle watch. For all of its shock value, great thought was invested in the execution of every detail. That includes the matte finish of the tachymetric scale and the high polish of the dial. The dial is white ceramic. The indices and the hands at center, as well as the hands on the sub-register, are 18-karat white gold that has been somewhat blackened. It's not polished and it's not black, but they've been darkened to provide excellent at-a-glance readability. This watch is actually quite easy to read, and going by my first-hand experience with both models, this is a more legible watch than the dark side. Now there are a few splashes of color on the dial in the Speedmaster script and the tip of the chronograph seconds hand, and like all of the Moon watches, this one features a nice twin counter style dial. It's not a twin counter, it's not a twin register, because you can see the mono counter at 3 o'clock for the caliber 9300 features both hours and minutes, so you do get chronograph hours, minutes, and seconds. You also have a discrete date window at 6 o'clock, and the movement being based on Omega's exclusive caliber 9300, which is effectively the chronograph derivation of the 8500. It features a time zone function for the hour hand such that you can adjust it forward or backward without interrupting timing or hacking the balance as you jump time zones, and it can drive the date in either direction. Now the watch features a wonderful tactile quality about it. Everything from the actuation of the crown for winding and setting to the crisp feel of the polished ceramic pump-style chronograph pushers simply satisfies. There's a lot on this watch that needs to be viewed once, twice, 3 times to take it all in. From the gussets, the rubber insert that prevents gouging of the strap holes, to the simple beauty of the bulbous and domed sapphire caseback. One of the only occasions where I've seen such a feature on the reverse side of a watch. This is a thoughtfully executed timepiece, so while it does have almost a radioactive radiance about it, again, it's not simply there for the shock factor. This watch is beautifully executed on both sides. Now it has 50-meter water resistance, and you can see on the caseback, beautiful arabesque coat across the bridges as well as the winding rotor, twin barrel, 60-hour power reserve, automatic winding. It has the characteristic coaxial beat rate of 25,200 vibrations per hour, and a robust dual-anchored balance bridge with a free-sprung balance and a silicone hairspring. Those features combined giving you robust resistance to shock-induced timing deviation, as well as essentially amagnetic resistance to magnetic fields such as wallets, purses, speakers, subwoofers. You can see the column wheel, which is the function selector for the chronograph, effectively the reason why this watch is such a tactile pleasure to use. Thanks to the slight skeletonization of the bridge, you're able to see it in action as you cycle the functions of the watch. What you can't see is the vertical clutch mechanism that sits within. It allows the chronograph to be run continuously with no hazard to the movement. And it's also the reason why when you start the chronograph, there's absolutely no jump or stagger to the seconds hand. You can see this Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch, white side of the moon, and purchase it on our website.